What vitamin supplements should we take is the question I will be answering on today's episode of Ask Nutritionist Deepa. So welcome everyone. And this is the most common question that I get asked, especially in last year or two, because we all understand that vitamins are important, and a lot of us have gone through the COVID related infections. So this question pops up very often as to what vitamin supplements to take. So let's start from the very beginning, which is what as to should we even take or not to take is the question, right? Because people also ask me, should they take vitamins or should they not take vitamins? So as Dr. Andrew Saul says, vitamin supplements can act as a medicine. Medicine cannot act as a vitamin. This is where the answer lies. Vitamins are extremely powerful, and they have, when you choose a right kind of vitamin and therapeutic level vitamin, which means the concentration is appropriate to meet your health needs or your disease condition, only then vitamin supplement work and starts to act as medicine. Because remember, our body is made up of vitamins and minerals, and all the action on a cellular level happens because of the play between different kinds of vitamins and minerals and antioxidants and polyphenols, which fall under this umbrella of vitamins. So that's here we have it. Yes, we should take therapeutic level vitamins, and what that means is I'm going to discuss a little later in this little presentation here. Okay, so another question that pops up is, why can I not get nutrients from the food? Well, I wish I could say, well, you can, but we just cannot get enough nutrients from the food. And the reasons being our nutritionally void soil due to monocropping. I mean, I can sit here and talk about issues with the farming industry and how our food is not rich in nutrients whole day long. But the reality is our soil is not nutritionally dense to some extent, and that's why the produce that we get is not as nutrient dense. It's very watery, it's diluted because of use of pesticides, and we as a consumer, people like to see everything clean and shiny and perfect shape and without any worms and stuff in your food, in your fruits and vegetables. Well, that comes at a price, because that's where people end up, I mean, farmers end up using, or industry I should say, end up using lots of chemicals. And our farming is done in monocropping manner, which means we grow wheat, soy, corn, and instead of rotating it with nitrogen rich plants, which are lots of legumes and of course vegetables and stuff. So because of that issue, our soil is not nutritionally dense, and then it's like, it's like if nutritionally deficient mother cannot give birth to a very healthy baby, it's very similar to that. That's an issue in itself, the maternal wellness. But anyway, going back to the vitamins, excess use of pesticides, long storage and transit times. Sometime our produce stays on in the transit for anywhere between 2 to 3 months, and it is forcefully ripened. So that's why it's very important that we eat seasonal vegetables and fruits as much as we can, or at least frozen vegetables, because and fruit, because many times frozen vegetables are picked when they are at their peak and then immediately frozen. So and again, the processing and cooking methods destroy some nutrients. So if you are very much into eating already pre-cooked processed food or canned vegetables, then again the nutrient loss is going to be immense. Inadequate intake of nutrient dense foods. I mean, the reality here is everyone that we are supposed to eat 6 to 9 servings of vegetables every day. Okay, even on my best day, I don't reach that goal. And trust me, I'm constantly figuring it out how to eat vegetables because it's difficult. It's very difficult to get to that goal on a consistent basis. So then when we don't eat adequate or when our diet is not rich in or doesn't meet that daily requirement for amount of fruits, vegetables we are supposed to eat, or even whole grains for minerals, or legumes or plant protein for minerals, then we are going to be deficient. uh, our daily needs increase due to poor dietary habits, stress, work-life balance issues, variety of those things. The more we use it, the more we lose it. Like I said, it's very similar to your cell phone. The more we use our cell phone, the more charging it requires. Same thing with your body. If your body is going through any kind of infection, stressful situation, on top of that poor eating habits, then your daily needs are going to be increased. And if you're not matching it by eating properly or with a supplement, then we are in trouble. That's when the signs and symptoms of disease starts. Remember, before we get a disease, the symptoms probably has started 8 to 10 years before. That is true for diabetes, that is true for cancer, that is true for coronary artery disease, that is true for obesity. Then poor absorption of nutrients due to poor gut health. I have done a lot of videos on importance of gut health. Gut health is everything. You can get the best vitamin in the town, most expensive one, but if your gut is not absorbing it properly, then there is a problem. I do not recommend my patients to start the I do not start them on vitamin therapy until I fix their food habits. So food always comes first, followed by a good supplement, followed by restoring gut health, and then taking the supplements. People sometimes become deficient or they need to take supplement because they lack variety in the diet. If you are not eating all colors of the rainbow and adequate amount of fiber and not eating plant protein and not drinking enough water, that's what I mean. It is lacking variety. So if you are lacking, if you feel that you are in this rut of eating same old every day, it's time to change, because every food has different nutrient composition. So when you lack that variety, you are lacking on many nutrients. Poor cooking techniques, frying and excessive use of oil are some of the examples of why you are going to kill some of the vitamins, minerals. Especially we have water soluble vitamins, we have fat soluble vitamins. Water soluble vitamins are BC vitamins are water soluble. ADEK are the fat soluble. And poor cooking techniques really affect those. If you're soaking, excessive washing, too much rinsing, all those things will remove all the water soluble vitamins. Presence of additives and preservatives. If you're if especially if it is packaged food, gosh, I don't think packaged food, and I'm talking about the extremely ultra packaged foods, or even the Pop Tarts of the world, have any nutrients. If you are seeing a lot of additives, preservatives, then it's not good. Chemical toxicity, right? Lot of chemical toxicity through the air, water pollution. And if we are victims of chemical toxicity, either due to medication, let's not forget medications can, at the end of the day, are chemicals. So to polypharmacy, where you are taking more than one medication, causes chemical toxicity as well, along with, like I said, a poor air, water quality, and that is going to increase your need for variety of vitamins. So that's another reason why we need extra vitamins. GMO non-organic ingredients, genetically modified or non-organic foods are going to affect our gut microbiome, which in turn affects our nutrient absorption, and therefore the need for vitamin goes up, vitamins and mineral goes up. So these are some of the reasons as to why we need to take extra supplement. Uh, so who needs vitamin supplement? Those who are experiencing following symptoms, and this is just a small list of more symptoms that I have. Weight gain, unable to lose weight, uncontrolled blood glucose, cholesterol levels, high BP, cravings, munchiness, food addictions, like, where people feel, oh, I feel addicted to dairy or sugar or carb. Well, you are not exactly addicted to food. In fact, there is a disconnect between what your brain wants and what your gut wants. If you are not getting adequate amount of nutrients, vitamins and minerals, then your gut is crying for that, and it is really saying, actually I want vitamin C or D or B, I mean, or variety of B's, or magnesium or calcium. But then our brain is designed to crave only fat, sugar, salt. So there is a disconnect. Your brain is not able to recognize the micronutrient needs, and then it sends signal, hey, eat something. So anytime there is a craving, there is usually a disconnect between what your brain wants and what your gut wants. As you start eating right amount of food, as you start taking right supplements, the cravings go down. I have seen this again and again and again with my patients. Sometimes I tell them, hey, before, if you are having cravings, before going and grabbing something, drink glass of water and take extra 500 milligrams of vitamin C, and it will help you combat those cravings. So because, like I said, your body really craves nutrients. It was not designed to crave donuts and ice cream. uh, People who have digestive issues, gas, bloating, irregular bowel habits, IBS, however you want to call it, but poor digestive issues reflect poor gut health. Poor gut health reflects poor absorption of nutrients. If another symptom includes fatigue, tiredness, lack of motivation, you just don't feel like doing it, you're just not feeling it. And that is because of nutrient deficiencies. Frequent infections, either sinus infection, UTI, if you have migraine, headaches, body pain, if you have had uh, any recent infection, upper respiratory infection, COVID related infection, flu, any of those symptoms, then you are in need of a robust multivitamin or uh, uh, a good GI formula. So hair loss, brittle nails, anxiety, depression, feeling overwhelmed is a symptom of magnesium deficiency, for example, or even vitamin D3 deficiency. In my opinion, vitamin D3 is a public health crisis, really. If we could start addressing that, a lot of our health issues are going to get resolved. Use of medications, antibiotics, steroids will lead to need for taking a vitamin. And any diagnosis that ends in itis, I mean, that list is like 10 pages long. Arthritis, colitis, anything that leads with itis, which means inflammation. And anytime there is inflammation, we need vitamins, through food or through supplement. It's as simple as that. So these are some of the symptoms which indicate that your need for extra vitamin and mineral is high. So which is a good supplement? Very good question, because there are so many. Therapeutic level, people, please pay attention. Therapeutic level supplements, which means a supplement, like Dr. Andrew Saul said, that supplement which has that medicinal level effect. So don't just buy one a day type of formulation. I know it's cheap, I know it's easily available, but it is not doing us much. So a plant-based vegan capsule, last I would say, what, 5-6 years I have been studying the supplements and how they are made and reading about the ingredients, and it has been an eye-opener for me, because at one point I was buying over the counter, just run-of-the-mill supplements, and Gosh, 2009, I realized that my vitamin D3 was low and I got pneumonia in the middle of summer. It was July. And I had never in my life had gotten pneumonia. And that was 2009. And it was an eye opener. I said, what is it? I'm young. How can I get pneumonia? And that's when I started really understanding my body's need for these extra vitamins and minerals, and I started studying and taking supplements nonetheless. So make sure the therapeutic level supplements are plant-based. They are vegan capsules free of allergens and gelatin. Those of us who are on whole food plant-based diet, or those of you who are vegetarians, please make sure that the capsule, the gel, the soft gel, not gel, soft capsule that you usually see, or even the gummies that you are taking, are probably contain gelatin, which is a animal product. And if I want to talk about gelatin, I won't be able to eat my lunch today because it comes from the worst part of the animal. So please pay attention to these ingredients. Try to find something which is which does not contain artificial color or any oils and magnesium stearate, so on and so forth. Essential supplements, very simple. These, if we could just stick to a robust multivitamin that contains 18 to 22 key vitamins and minerals, but make sure the dose of certain nutrients is very high percentage wise. For example, B needs to be more than 800%. It should contain chelated minerals, specifically iron. Otherwise, a lot of people complained of having constipation when they take the multivitamin. So make sure the iron is chelated, make sure it's plant-based. It has minimal other ingredients, and it sometimes, it's a good idea to get something which has adaptogen like ashwagandha or rhodiola. Vitamin D, make sure it's at least 5,000 IU per serving and it's plant-based. Digestive formula, look for a powder formula, because especially if you have GI issues, if you feel, if probiotics are good in smaller quantity, in larger quantity they are better, well, that's not true. It may be a problem, because the capsules with high concentration may actually do more harm in terms of triggering symptoms than being gentle and restoring your digestive health. Powder formula, you start slowly and you increase the daily amount as your symptoms improve. Make sure the digestive formula has pro and prebiotic, which is important, because in order for probiotic to survive, they need the prebiotic fiber. So having a combination always helps. Look for, like I said, these are the common ingredients found in run-of-the-mill, over-the-counter vitamins, which is modified food starch, maltodextrin, cross-caramelose, which is a form of sugar, and caramel color, which has its own issues, and gelatin, and soybean oil. Oh, lecithin, color. Actually, it says colors added. Okay, so this is exactly what we want to try to avoid. So go in your cabinet, look for what you have, and kind of think through what I just presented and see if what supplements you need. So like I said, last so many years I have been studying supplements, and I finally got tired of just looking good one for myself. So I have come up with my own line, very simple line, just a multivitamin based on the most common deficiencies I have seen among my patients. Vitamin D3 is crucial, and a digestive formula. I do see a lot of patients with very severe GI issues, and I feel that, having a powdered formula has really helped me achieve their gut health. So you can order these from nutritionistdeepa.com. You can apply this promo code power up 50. And yeah, so basically it's important, like I said, to take the multivitamins, vitamin D3 digestive formula, but make sure it meets the quality, it's that therapeutic level and free of all the other ingredients that I talked about. So anyway, I hope you are continuing to participate in some form and shape in terms of self-care. I hope you are cooking at least one meal per day, at least one, going plant-based as much as you can. And keep these questions coming, because I decided, like I said, this question has been asked to me many times now. So I decided to address what vitamins we should take in today's episode of Ask Nutritionist Deepa's video audio podcast. Thanks again, and until then, take care, stay safe, stay healthy.